to, I think it's the Miller Theater. Can you imagine feeling like you're on a mill for 8 to 10, 12, 13 years? I don't know, or is it just the Ritz or is it the Bellevue? This is the Bellevue. So, you know what I mean? So someone's either being cruel with this comedy, or they're trying to say something like, oh, this is too funny. I'll apply it to just my case, because something really bad started in 2011. It was so bad, it's like, wow, 10 armies came out to either drive Sharon crazy or into, worst case scenarios. Murder, suicide, wind up a snapper who goes postal somewhere, you name it, all those things were floated. Because people worked really hard. Is that funny? Is it funny to target a single person or even a single family that's hurting and trying to survive? Take people down. So anyway, Broad Street Run. What if you're abroad who had to run? You get it? Ladies? We're gonna do the Broad Street Run on this chick. School her ass. Meanwhile, she was already schooled, just super nice about it. Meanwhile, we have a million people who took the low road. They'll never be in Scotland. And they have no idea what goes on out here in the world. They stay in their bubble, as they say. They never really experience the Broad Street Run, which is really opening your eyes to everything going on in the world. And we can talk about oppression and all that stuff. If you really knew, it gets way worse than you can imagine. Say you have people who kept their bloodlines intact, and they would be maybe royal-ish, I guess, I don't know. But say there's people who really took it seriously to keep their bloodlines intact because they're capable of doing things that other people don't understand. Most of those people would be good people who want to help people, and maybe they can throw you some good vibes, all the feels, like Starbucks says. You have good days, you're like, wow, that was a good day. I wonder what somebody might have helped you get through that day, help you have a good day. What if they could do that? Toss you some good mood or toss you some bad mood. Other people see it as signs, like, well, if you feel really bad, then something's wrong with this moment or whatever it is you're supposed to, whatever you're doing today. Whether, say you start a new job and you're getting all kinds of bad vibes or everything's wrong, it would be a sign. Of course, most of us can't just, it's hard enough to get a job, so it's like, okay, so I'm just supposed to leave, find a new job again, which takes forever, and so forth and so on. So anyway, that's my little whatever you call it, soapbox. But say there are people who can, hey, you have friends like this, I love hanging out with so and so, I always feel like $1 million, it's in that realm but higher. Insomnia Cookie. It was a Borders Books and Music ages ago, and people would come here to get their books and their cards and hang out, sit down, so forth and so on. Then it turned into a Walgreens or a Walgreens. Now, I can't believe Insomnia Cookie is able to afford this entire space. It's almost like a museum with its like history of the Insomnia Cookie. We have a whole bunch of little tiny, like, quick stop in to go Insomnia Cookie delivery hotspots all over the city. Lo and behold, one is in the neighborhood, one's around the corner from where I live now. These are cookies for someone looking for some serious sugar. Am I going around here? So we'll take the east side, we'll take the high road, I guess. And get to Scotland before he, and so people looking for some serious sugar, wink, you know what I mean. Insomnia cookie, they're good, but it is, you know, cookies can be made with less sugar, and it's a way to help people get to a lower sugar diet, and those cookies are still good. I had a client who always made her cookies with like half the sugar, 2/3 or half what the recipe calls for. I was like, these are still really good. Makes me put my thumb down. There's the elevators in here and they're never working. In the district attorney's office. And the elevators are just never working. I'm sorry, elevators. I mean, the up escalator is never working. So I will go, there was a girl back there who had a homicide shirt on. I will go with the stairway to heaven is not operational in a good way, like no one's dying. So we'll go with that. Because technically, supposedly, we'll just, for the sake of argument, we'll just say that good people work at the district attorney's office. Although if you go to their website, you'll see DAO in big gigantic letters, district attorney office, DAO. When I noticed this, there was the play Beetlejuice going on. And you know the song Deo? Deo, Deo, daylight come and we wanna go home. I noticed they spell out 10 on 10 miler. They don't do 10 miler or whatever. It's TEN. So I don't know if there's a reason some people spell numbers as opposed to writing them out. This became a thing. But I'll look it up again. I'm sure they haven't changed it. But of course, Beetlejuice is about puppeting, about operating for another person. That's Market Street. So this would be East Market, all the way out to the Delaware River, if you went that way. So anyway, I'm a bit early. I don't see many crowds yet. But Dale, daylight come and we wanna go home. 1 foot, 2 foot, carrying. Oops, those birds just came right towards the camera. Do you think they're puppetable? South Carolina in the house. So, anyway. So Beetlejuice is a good movie to watch. The old one with Winona Ryder. I don't know, I guess there's a newer one, I kind of forget. Michael Keaton played Beetlejuice. And at that dinner scene, you see like all these people don't have control of their faculties or their hands. And they're like surprised. And then the one woman is like, oh my gosh, someone spoke through my voice. I don't really care that much. I used to live in Gainesville, Florida. So for 2 years, I had to live there. It's the whole thing. I had to do the Broad Street Run metaphorically. So I did the Broad Street Run. I was forced to.